slower. And that seems more towards Crew's style. Let's have a look then.
Yeah. Going out.
So they've got a bit of a lurk Viper wall over towards B. You would expect that to be countered by the trip most of the time, and Crew not slowing down at all.
Oh, this is fast. Yep, Leaf was there though to meet it. There's a Prowler ahead of it just in case of the unbreakable trip, and Jonah P seeking to contain. The Nuda mid is compromised. 2 players will fall. Another fight to be taken. Bit of a dink there. Damage being done. So Melsa, weak, but still claims that kill. And that's, oh my god, saving his teammate's life there. Out towards the side. So main options.
But I think it's going to be a bit of a bother for Crew. And you can see here it's already allowing G2 to stack 3A.
Risky. Players tucked up into elbow. Crew just seeking to get the orbs online.
It's a tough defensive Viper wall to get through as well from Trent. Hard to get through either side of the A split.
Entirety of this A side is really just under lock and key with the amount of players. They got the crossfire set up. Jonah P just close to the corner. Any attempt there. A lot of players meeting them head on. He has some cheese, not enough really with the range to try and break that one, pushing forwards. Shy. Side that smoke as well, but he's going to be spotted out entirely. Clean round from G2.
Yeah, keeping all of that weaponry online. Aside from Jonah P. That class gets
Some level of sense.
It does, yeah.
Guns, Crew. All the rifles here. Fade eye into me, the Prowler on the left side here. But like you said, you know, this Viper wall, the Trent's laid down. It's really quite tough to chew through.
I think Crew are going to have the most success if they manage to pick him off before he can even realize there's someone there. As you saw Kesnick going for.
Ooh. HP just tipping away here. No kills.
Kesnick up to his lurks. Same kind of thing he was doing on Icebox.
Yep. In place that. The smoke up into his face, but here we go. Drop down! What a flick and adjustment. Trade online for Jonah P.
That's such an important kill that Jonah P gets. Because if Kesnick starts to get rolling and opens up A for the rest of his team, you're going to have all the same issues that you did on the previous map. Jonah calls for reinforcements. Valen in his spot.
Jiggle. The angle. What a cheeky way to do it, but Shy was only on 20 health as well. Maybe could have got away with that as well if he had a bit more health to him. Team running out now. Trying to scale onto the side towards the back of the box. Jonah P was blinded up, and Valen narrowly assists, not with a smoke in his face.
Valen was slow on that paranoia. It didn't catch onto MTA, and that's why Jonah P died. So now a 3v3. G2 have a flanker. Here comes Net.
Net. Wow. The Bulldog, he wins it. That was brought down. 2 players still anchored tucked to the side as MTA and Klaus.
Cover going out.
Do have those rifles, but it's a really difficult one to try and win. Time being taken. Nade towards the back. Klaus still stand this ground and hold this space here. Do they think this is cleared? Over the top though. Spotting it out actually with that satchel all the way. MTA's close in their face. They don't have a clue. And it followed up and turned it into a 1v2. Net here still. Got the rifle. There's so much to do.
Consequences, but with only 45 seconds, Crew do now have a little bit of time pressure to finish on one of these sites.
Kesnick's just walked up. Valence missed it with the peak. The jiggle timing here. All the way close to the corner. He can really just do so much work for the rest of his team. No one's watching this. Crouched to the box.
30 seconds
it's
left.
Kesnick clearly spots the gun. He spots the gun. And there's one kill. There's the second.
His timings are absurd.
Absolutely ridiculous. 20 seconds left into the corner. They are dropping all over the place here. G2, no chance now for the round. And then he knows it.
If you think about a map where Kesnick dominates, right? You just picture average Kesnick domination. Most people picture him running at people, stomping them, winning aim duels. Actually, this match, most of what he's been doing is finding perfect lurk timings on Jet and now Chamber, weaving his way through the defenses.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's demonstrating extremely high game IQ. I can't believe the timing he found there.
Hunting out his last gun. No players really surrounding him, so Net should be safe.
And a lot of the space that was gathered for Kesnick is off the back of Melza breaking that trip on B. And it pulled back the defenders on A.
Wow,
because Crew are... Maybe they can even get picks out of it too. It's difficult though, because with how slow and quiet Crew are around the map, you might just run into the stack if you decide to defensively re-clear an area.
Net spots it. Mid players, they know it's compromised. So Only up to Trent here with a sheriff in hand.
Now Crew know where the single rifle is.
They're walking themselves all the way into mid. Leafs on the flank himself, right behind them, but he doesn't have a gun to try and take that fight long range. And it's just Crew ripping them to shreds into the top section of mid. Shy is watching for it because it was all commed. That was just a second player there. Fallon straight through with a stinger.
I think it's a consolation prize, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be really difficult for Net to commit to this. He's only got 450 credits because he rebought armor and he didn't get the loss bonus. So, Crew again demonstrating that they're finding the holes. There were 2 people watching mid, and yet they smoked it off, quietly walked in. The contact play and the fact that there's so many of them grouped up is finding every gap. And the G2 players can't get their one and back around the corner. They're just getting knocked instantly. Crew is in form and coming in with kind of an extension of what their style was during LCQ.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It bears mentioning, again, that Crew did not go into champs and dominate, right? They had that run at LCQ, but they weren't actually able to convert it into any success at champions. They didn't convert it into a Trent dodges it. It's so
But it's
slow,
passive, right?
so quiet. Impossible to tell that Crew have 4 players in mid.
This is a repeat of the previous round.
But now they have the camera instead of bodies watching.
Smokes. Surely they hear the footsteps
Oh,
as well. Net! Backs away, Hunter's Fury. This feels very, very improv. Just an attempt to punish all that space that was granted and gained. And Kesden, in the mix of all of it, the chaos of the situation, he capitalizes.
Face your fear!
Straight there towards the back now. Fade ult. Nightfall scatters it into the back here, but no connections onto Trent. And Trent has a hard time of it, but does maintain his composure. Still paranoia into his face, and he's got players all about him. Valen, he's there. He did manage to find those 2 kills up into the top section of it, and Jonah P stayed alive this whole time. They flipped the entirety of this match. Showstopper! It's dealt with! Leaf's taken away. MTA dropped to his knees, but still going to be granted that information to them because Valen is the last one left. They know exactly where he is. The face, the timing.
Ooh. Trent anchoring with the help of these 2 trap wires.
Look at them, they're just walking all the way up. I mean, they can just walk up to this trip, spot it out, hear it, break it, paranoia into the back. Trent is in a lot of trouble. And look at that, Prowler in his face. On top of it, they're running him down. Didn't stand the chance, man. Not a chance.
Absolutely brutal. It's like Crew are playing with wall hacks on. They know exactly what the setup looks like, dismantling it with perfection, not using any utility when there's no threat. And this is a team with an immaculate read on what's going on around the map.
It's a forced buy by G2. Don't have any money. Next, dodgy weapons. They've just got to save.
Valen and Josh must be scratching their heads. Again, it's not like Crew are using tons of utility and stomping their way into A, making it obvious that they're ending on that side of the map.
Yeah.
G2 only realized that it's a heavy commitment once the trap's been broken and a paranoia is already in the face of Trent. By that point, nothing too much they can do about it. It looks really good so far from Crew. Bear in mind that...
See what the call is here. Deep play. Dart. Tagging onto 2.
Look, I mean...
The Viper Orb, though, I mean, it stops them from being able to play up any sort of aggression. They are close to it, though. A lot of players tucked to the corner. Jonah P was playing anti-flash. Just never to set that up. Leaf just taking a fight straight to them. Jonah P still don't want to hold their ground down. And will they find any value from it? The paranoia was perfect from Melza. Pushes those players all the way back out of it, but it's still a 3 versus 3. ADS 2, Jonah P! 3 for him. Might be on for the ace.
Dodges the Prowler. G2 finding success playing way in front of where the usual line of scrimmage would be. And Net's come around behind.
Disrespect is how they're aiming to win this one. Smoke sent flying. Top side of mid.
You got to remember, though, the weaponry is still so low. Jonah's been able to pick up 3 with the Guardian, but can he manage to gain additional kills? Do they feel confident enough to go for the weaponry that's dropped? If the plant goes down on B, you would imagine
30 seconds
so.
left.
30 seconds. Yeah, they don't know if they're just cutting noise out towards A here. Holding for the ground.
Cover going. No charges.
Deep dart, surely at this point, as soon as the trap, yeah. They're going to be starting to grab at least one of the guns. It's net. Man here gives some info, note that both of them are on B, so the players can start rushing into the site to try and take this one. But still, just have to share it. Knife 4. Now connection, Trent don't grab any of those audio cues, and a backside position this game is a great call by Crew. In the moment here, they're doubled up. It is some semblance of awareness. Jonah P still there, and there it is. It is found right when they needed it.
If that's what it takes, though, Jonah fighting with a Guardian, acing it.
Approach from Trent to try and hold it. Same smoke all the way through. Prowler connecting. Trent's got so much to do here as the lone player. They're going to be walking right into him. Rips away 2.
Yeah, that's major. Massive player advantage here now. That trap broken. Melzer trying to be a menace. But what I'm noticing again is Crew are not afraid of mid at all. They're just walking around there. Not a care in the world.
Waltzing up. Paranoia into the corner. Melzer trying to remove some of this utility. They don't have market control here. There's a risk here. Melzer almost adjusts for the second, but the trade online for net. They do have that market control now for Crew. Moving forwards. One player remaining. It's all up to Kesnet. Paranoia not dodged. He's finding himself all over the place. Door is closed. Spike up. Smoke drop down. Got himself in, but it looks so unlikely. And yeah, Leaf with the backstab top.
That worries me.
They're taking it for free.
Yeah, they really are.
Now towards B. Oh god, the Prowlers! It's point them directly to Trent, and now that pit is no longer a pesky problem.
And it's not like Trent had any support there in B main, just trying to get it down on his own. But he picked the exact wrong round to do it. I don't think Crew have been playing B main heavy at the start of these rounds at all. And yet this was the moment that they decided to go for it. A read, perhaps, on where Trent was going to put that pit? Or just good luck for Crew. Either way, they'll take it. It's a 5v4.
You get the opening. They force the ult out of Valen for the reposition, expecting a fast play explosive off of it. But they just cut noise again.
And this would be a great round to end A. You know? Without Trent having that wall to be able to play behind. And that's what Klaus is trying to make it look like. Throwing his Prowlers, trying to get Leaf off the line. And he's pulling Valen and Jonah P towards A as the rest of Crew are ready to walk out B.
It's so believable because Crew really aren't using amateur util in the first place. Paranoia in through the corner, but net still open. Pit, Hunter's Fury. That's a connection, but he wasn't expecting Melter. Have a TP to disengage. Klaus up through mid. Instant trade by Leaf. Good reactions from that one. Immediately turns around. Plan finally getting down. 2 versus 3 though with the pit. Really difficult.
They're going to need some spam kills here, Brent. And they're going to allow the pit to go down, actually.
Decay, damage, Leaf dropping down, clearing all of it, and yeah, you're right, the pit goes down, but interesting smoke from Melzer. Shot down, kills. There, last player notified. Shy. He's got so much more to do. 150 health. Dart towards the back. It's a double face. G2. Pull that one from the brink.
Only he's mad. I believe it.
There's a cam in the corner. Got a trademark there to try and clear it. Leaf holding close. He's got a showstopper to do so. One of the luxuries that you've got. Lovely flash of MTA. And Leaf, he can't see a thing. Doesn't know if they scaled up close to him here. He's going to be feeling the panic. Settling in, but Crew not really taking much speed into it.
Is Kesnet going for the Fosbury flop?
He's really thinking about it. Okay.
He went to break it instead. Okay, fair enough.
Rest of his team grouped up on 2A. There's only 35 seconds left. Smoke renewed with the one-way. It's Valen setting that one up for the defense here. They know that there could be players in the elbow. They've completely given it up. But the lower this time gets, the worse it could be, especially when Leaf still has this showstopper and seeks to deny any of the plan or even the space getting in. No! Rocket goes flying, but no kill there. Just the damage on top. Melzer just TP'd. Ballsy play, but he earns the 1 kill, at least with the trade still there. G2, maybe they can make something of it. 6. 2 seconds left. Jonah P in through the back. Takes out Shy. 1 HP with the decay kicking in. Leaf still there. Beautiful work. Precise with the shots.
G2 hold on. That one was close. Same kind of idea again from Crew. Walking all being a potential solution.
Great way to stop these contact plays, but there is util being used and expended to take B main control. Knife to the corner. It's dodged. Another Prowler there. The trips Nowhere to be found. Flash from MTA in through the back here, trying to take the fights to him. Valen needs to stay alive. He's got to buy time for the rest of the team. Util in his hands. Melzer. He strikes right when the timing was correct. 3 players now into the back of the site, making sure they can reclaim that spike and get that plant down now.
Kesnit was almost going down to the raise nade there from Leaf. He's so weak. Taking an aggressive position.
Jump spot almost punished. Laying down a second molly, a smoke now to follow. Trent using it. Pushing the positions. The players are low here. Melzer's watching the smoke. Where's the trade? It's there from Net, but instantaneous! And Crew out. Right away with the barriers dropping. A lot of players ready to meet with a bit of a skirmish. Melzer holding that paranoia on for the left side approach. Dark clearing, not seeing too much, but here's the refight as well. For Audi, smokes is anyone's game, but it's Klaus who's filling up the feed once more with all green. One player left standing. It's Net on the opposite side of the map.
And it looked like Leaf could have been the difference maker there. He actually slipped into the Viper Orb without Crew knowing. But he wasn't able to find too much value from it.
Right into mid. Kesnit
Over towards A. And on defense, Shy looking to anchor B. And that allows Kesnit to play this aggro setup. Ooh. Here comes Shy.
Fought away through there. And yeah, Shy tucked close towards this one. Now it is an eco round, but with the plant, get some extra money here. I mean, even not even extra money, extra damage being done. It's 3 versus 3. Somehow, in the middle of all of this, with the plant down, you've got to think, somewhat winnable. But Shy still alive towards the back of the site, along with the rest of his team here. Lovely nade from MTA. No more kills to be claimed there. Cleaning up the rest of these players beautifully. Net's only got the classic. Only got a classic. Not enough to do, but still. Bit of danger towards it. They did some damage to the economy. And the plant online for G2. Not the worst case scenario in the world for an eco round.
No.
4 being broken in mid.
Kesnit loves being active. And it looks like G2 have a bit of an idea that he might have moved off. Because they're starting to re-explore as the Viper util gets cycled.
His game plan just seems to be just follow all the sound cues.
It worked for them on Icebox. It really did.
Anytime there's a semblance of noise being made this time. Pressure here. Trademark broken.
It is a fake,
faking like he's that. Yeah, okay. Satchel.
Look at where the spike's going. I mean, this seems like a great read from what they learned on Icebox about the way that Crew likes to play their defenses. Because Crew were stacking 4 people wherever G2 made noise. And this time, very first time that G2 have rifles on board, they run a fake.
The hook line sinker, yeah, exactly so. Gives them open access to it. Still 5 players remaining though for Crew on the retake, but they don't have the rifles necessarily. That is really unfortunate timing. I mean, Leaf's just unaware of the fact that that was going to be fading. He goes down, he's giving them a gun on top of it. They don't have down, they don't have post-plant util. Everybody through main here. This is going to come down to spam with the guns and maybe a bit of util on top of it. Damage definitely being done. Players are low right now. Defuse, tapped, trying to force out that first wave of this one, but MTA didn't expect it off to the side. Smoke's still up, really forcing them all to just go out into the open spamming, but nobody's been sticking this entire time. Mel's now defusing. Half onto the board, everybody lining up. Half onto it all the way. Where are the bullets? There they are. G2.
Set them up with a lot of success. Same kind of opening. Kesnit just staring at Viper utility to start the round.
But he's still in that spot. He's not being pushed away afterwards. Even playing in front of it. Look at him.
Yeah, Kesnit's one of those players that you have to slap down multiple times before he decides, all right, okay, I can't really get away with this. Yeah. He's so confident.
So far forward there because he doesn't want the orb to be blossomed and bloomed in his face. Meanwhile, G2, rest of the squad.
I have retrieved the spike.
Towards B. Spike being sent over towards A. They're going to try and run another fake. It looks like it. But this time, Kesnit hasn't over-rotated.
There.
All 4 players, though. It really just comes down to Kesnit. I mean, yes, this hit's coming through. Maybe some kills can be found, but they don't have the spike in this direction. Kesnit pulls back the rendezvous, he's running away. Shows an open side over towards A now. The fake is working. Leaf, maybe he can get a little bit more here. Kills to be found will be absolutely excellent. He is the lone player up onto the side, but he's met his match there. Lots of players ready to find him. Kesnit not giving up all the space here, but there is a smoke again into his face. A bit of random spam. Lucky he can get his head taken clean off. He's disrespecting them and shut down in the process.
That kill gives Trent his pit, so this now becomes even more difficult.
Nightfall all the way through here. Players were low enough with the decay damage kicking in. Excuse me, MTA. We catch that one onto net, but yeah, the pit didn't go down. Trails pointing towards them. Dart over the top, broken. Jonah P. It is chaos in the mix here, but the trades are still good for Crew. Working their way now into the back of this one. Only 2 players remaining for G2, and the pit still remains up. He needs to stay alive. Good adjustment from Trent. Snaps to the side here. The players alive here with it planted for the pit as well. It's looking more than one for them. Too difficult now. Melzer onto the high ground, time ticking away, and Valen wins it again. Especially with Kesnit just pushing all the way forwards here into the back of the site. Leaf thinks second against it. Chunk down low as well by the util. Who do they want to plant this one? They have to try and fight for backside control. They will do so now with the util pop flash. It's nice, but the guns are even nicer.
No armor for the Crew players. They just went down to a lot of blind spam there.
Spike planted.
So, fake the rifle round.
Top mid smoke. Two just walking their way through here.
MTA used his knife over towards A, so now they know there's no one marking.
Paranoia. Leaf can't see anything. It's a bit of a gamble though with the blind. Fire still. Melzer brought down to his knees.
And look, MTA used his ult to try to cancel the showstopper, but he was too far away. Great awareness from G2, and that's how they got the pick off the back.
Game market control, but they're just stunted for now, stopping in their tracks. B main control also. They could go for this B split, but it looks like a reclear from Crew. It's being called. They're just pushing all the way up here. Any util for it? No! The wall just goes down, and they are just cut to shreds.
Absolutely massacred. What a freeze in the round. These 3 rounds, the 3 rifle rounds from G2 have been masterclasses. Double fake, and then this one where they find out the positioning of the KO, instantly use the ultimate, and then call a freeze that baits out that reclear, and they get the punish on it. Awesome stuff. Man. The quality of play, even for teams that we're not expecting to be right at the top of Americas, is pretty impressive to start the year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm dead impressed.
Especially considering, you know, if you think about it, at the beginning here, some of the teams should have the least practice that they'll have at any point when you watch them this year.
But there's a lot of parity.
There is. It really feels like a lot of these matches could be going either way.
Hello, Kesnit. Hello.
So some extremely impressive attack side calling has led G2 to have the lead so far.
Fast again. With Paranoia. Nobody playing off of it though. Melzer.
Charges.
Wasn't caught with the dart actually. Still close to the corner, that's shy.
Leaf doing his Kesnit impression.
Yeah, it's just walked all the way into mid. He might be able to catch a kill. No, Kesnit going in the opposite direction. Game of timing. Pop by play. Repeat from MTA.
Another big play from the rookie.
See that. Shy's still close to the corner too. If this is a half clearance with Clash playing close, there's some real danger here. Real danger, but no, navigated safely. Treacherous waters. Melzer in mid. Leave! Oh my god. PP hopping all over the place.
And Kesnit's the last player left alive, wondering where it's gone so wrong. And they give him a lot of respect.
No one to the top. Melzer spotted. Not taken out though. That's Klaus. Covering the top section of the smoke there with Leaf brought down. TP's close into it. They haven't cleared the back of the site here. Shy. He's still alive. Pitting. Valen with the plant. Bit's going to be covering this one. Stretching out into the site.
They can defuse inside the pit here.
And they're picking off the players all over the place. So G2 don't really have an intact post plan other than the 1 player into market. That's Jonah P. He's going to try and stay alive here. Maybe catching this rotate. No, not expecting it. So Kesnit just spots him out first. 2 players remaining. Valen with the flank, but the door's closed in his face. Absolute disaster here with all the smokes in play. Shy, he's safe to stick this one. Can get a half onto the defuse, but pushing up here. It's just Kesnit's time now to just stick it for his team. Trusting him, placing it. Valen can't do too much, and yeah, he get overzealous. Lots of players ready to meet him now. You can feel it, the stampede right behind Trent. All grouped up now, and he's holding such an aggressive angle. And again, he's lost his nerve. He's pulled back his rendezvous. He wants to play even deeper, close to the angle there. Potentially anywhere right there. Would it be the trade? Kesnit! This guy's a menace.
That's outrageous. The aim is just spectacular, and he's also denied the showstopper away from Leaf. Even fewer tools to work with, and where did Melzer ult to? That's what G2 will be thinking.
Yeah. Wondering exactly where he could be. They've given up A entirely. They're saying there's no way they go after that. Kesnit just got 2 taken away, gambling on the fact that they're going to be going back over to B now.
And the call is so correct.
Yeah, wonderful stuff by Melzer.
This round, if Crew can secure it, is going to fix their economy
30
woes
seconds
as well.
left.
25 seconds, G2 Cautious is the approach, making sure that they contact up, don't reveal anything. Was anyone spotted? Shy maybe, potentially. Now making noise though. Shy's gonna be aware of this one, making a call. Doesn't expect the player though. Close. Down into the lower left, that's Jonah P still staying alive with the dart as well, playing a game of timings! Ships in the night, but Jonah P wins it. Off to the side, this guy is frying! And he still has market control.
The bad weaponry there, I think, is really hurting Crew. You can't spam into smokes with the Guardian.
You're
It's
gonna
just
play
nonsense.
this? Klaus is gonna try. They're gonna go, a lot of util. So much to clear though. Cam there, a tap. And the timing for Jonah P works his way behind. Hello.
Okay.
On the first one, quick tap, expecting a player from a different position here. Nets doing a wonderful job of just really bleeding down the clock. Frustration.
The only player with a rifle for Crew.
Very passive rendezvous setup from him though. In fact, closing the door initially. He's going to be hearing the rumble. Footsteps in through B main. Presence, at least with the cam.
This is too much to ask of Kesnit, surely.
Showstopper now, moving forward, that's clear, there's a flash on top of it, Rendezvous to back away against the wall. The nade will rebound. It's off to the side here, but an open site for them. Will they take back side control? They're just going to give it up. The post plan is what squandered for G2 when they got into this B's position a little bit earlier. They do have the guns if they wanted to try and play a bit of the spam wars from main. Ults online over Klaus. Spamming. Pinged into the corner. Leaf onto 50 health. Over to the side now, Nightfall. Not connecting, Leaf as well, could do so much here. Jumping through, any sort of trade in order, not quite. Hunter's Fury on top of it. Gets the nade out, the rest of his team following up through. This is the match, secured. A clean one, flawless towards the end. Continuation into the series.
That's a banger of an attack side called by Valid. Pumped up. Great response from G2 because there were so many dangerous moments there. Kesnit's lurks on the attack side, just generally, the attack side calling for both teams, really, really solid ideas.
Yeah.
But G2 pulls ahead towards the end,